see the way they hate. And I know better than to listen to the people who are calling us names. I can feel the sunlight shining.
Well, good morning, everyone. My name's Brian, and today is Monday, March 18th, 2024, and this is episode 656 of the Lost Project podcast, and it's titled Blending In. I'll be chatting about a new way to blend in with the locals, questions about prescription advertising, new wildlife friends, and more. But let's first see who's in the coffee crew hanging out in the live chat. Grab a cup myself and hang out for about an hour. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's been an interesting weekend. I hope you all had a good weekend, got a bunch of stuff done. Let's see who's hanging out over here. Rewilder Life, good morning, good morning. Pip was wondering who has a green hangover. Salad greens or green beer, because that's right, yesterday was St. Patrick's Day. Happy St. Patrick's Day to all that celebrated and partook yesterday. Corey asked if it was St. Patrick's Day, and I said, well, it's Sunday, so we can't go out and drink. But so neither of us really partook too much in the St. Patrick's festivities, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And then Pip definitely referencing different green stuff than green beer. So all smiles on his end. Pip says the SRF Zoom chat was cool last night. And that's something that I had first on my list here, guys. I wanted to mention, I'll actually, right before I let you know what I'm drinking this morning, but it was on the list after that. SRF webinar, free webinar. I think it's 4 more nights left. It kicked off last night. I will throw the link in the video description here. It's in the show notes, but here it is in the live chat. If you want to sign up for that, it is free. It is from what I understand, they're going over old presentations at SRF with the person that did the presentations, and having a live discussion and Q&A and things of that nature. So free to sign up. You just need to use the link and head on over and interact with the Zoom. Rewilder Life is wondering if it's recorded. It's too late for you. I imagine all of Nicole's webinars are recorded and available after the fact. So I can't imagine that they wouldn't have made this one recordable and rewatchable. Maybe. It's free though, Rachel, if you wanna check it out and look, and then and if it's not recorded, you're out a minute just to sign up. Good morning, Pickle Pete and Hunter. How we doing? What is in the cup today? What do I have in the cup? Oh, Pip says it's on YouTube. Oh yeah, they I saw that Nicole was streaming it. So I guess it was streamed live on YouTube last night, but I suppose the interactive comments are only on Zoom. Pip, I'm not sure how that went down. But anyway, I saw Tim Cook was on last night. Toolman Tim was on last night and was sharing the YouTube link, so it's also simulcast on YouTube. What's in the cup today? I have more light Colombian, Hectar the light Colombian. There's a lot of Hectar in the cabinet, and plowing through it, and it's good. It's definitely good. It's good every day that I make it. Yeah, Monday morning, it's definitely a welcome addition to the body, that little bit of caffeine stream. And that light Colombian is a little higher in caffeine, especially as light as I like it roasted. Oh, and one other announcement up front here. If anybody is still looking for an Albi invite code, a Get Albi invite code, if you're interested in using Nostr Connect, Nostr Wallet Connect, having a Lightning wallet in your browser extensions, reach out. Albi went to invite only. I did reach out to them, and they sent me out a few invite codes. They open the door for a relationship there. If I blow through them and I need more, I'm going to reach out and we'll be able to probably grab some more. So definitely, if you're looking to get signed up with Alby, and I do recommend it as far as a Noster signing device or signing method for browser, and even they do have a web app mobile version kind of setup that you can get set up after the fact. So if you're interested in that, definitely reach out. You can email me, you can message me on Telegram or whatever, and we'll get you one of those codes. That is that. Had those both on the top of the list. Didn't want to forget to mention those. And let's see what else is here that was super important. Pickle Pete says, my coffee's inbound and no Hectar the Light Colombian this month. That's fine. That's fine. I think I got some Hectar the Light Colombian and some GSD left. So Mike's Homestead grabbed one of those invite codes, says got his set up, haven't connected it with Noster yet. It's pretty easy. I think basically you go into the settings. So there was two different ways to do it. One was when you set it up, you could have generated your Noster private and public keys right in the Alby extension or right in your Alby dashboard. Or if you already have them created, then you can take them and you can enter them into the dashboard, into the settings, and then they're stored there. And anytime you need to sign an event, basically log in or publish a note or whatever you're doing, that will interact. But Alby's super cool. Anything that's Lightning enabled on the web, there's this really cool feature, and I think I showed it in the Noster sign up video I did that's up on YouTube still. I can't really show it here, but there's a little alien Alby head in your if you lock it in your tool tray, in your extension tray up on your browser bar thing. People probably have no idea what I'm talking about, but there's a little looks like a little alien head, and it's yellow normally. If you go to a website in your browser, say, I mentioned the other day, Sats for Likes is a website you can use to collect Satoshis for doing random tasks like retweeting, following YouTube channels, subscribing to YouTube channels, retweeting tweets, and several other things. But it's Lightning enabled. So when you go to that website, the browser extension actually recognizes that website is Lightning enabled, and that little Alby alien guy will turn green. That means it's interacting with that website, and that if you want to make a Lightning payment on there, you hit the button and it really just drops down and you say, okay, and boom, it's done. So that's a really cool feature. If you noticed, Pickle Pete says, I got an Alby yellow head on Brave. Yeah, I used to do some, was a little hack workaround with my show notes on YouTube that it kind of woke up the Alby guy so you could click on it and directly tip me, because you had to use the lightning emoji and then your Alby Lightning address, and it would recognize that on the webpage when you loaded it, and I would be able to direct tip the person that did that. So I don't know if that still works or not. I went away from that. Wasn't very fruitful, and I think YouTube wasn't very happy that people were doing that and circumventing their cut of the tips on the website. So that's Alby. That is Alby. You have any questions or you want to dig in a little further, feel free to reach out to me. And like I said, if you need one of those invite codes, let me know. Got a little Norman earthquake going on. Hold on, guys. See how bad this one gets. It sounds like he's just getting wound up. So you ever hear the neighbor's motorcycle in the morning where it barely starts to turn over and it's like rum, bum, 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 and then it really rips off? There you go. It was like he was scratching and I could hear him. He was just kind of looking for the itch, like just kind of barely hitting himself. And now he must have found it because he's really digging in, trying to get that itch scratched. So aren't we all? Aren't we all? Um, Next on my list was the Daily Stoic, and that's going to tie right into my first thing I want to talk about today. But yesterday's Daily Stoic was pretty spot on. It's amazing that this book continues to just randomly line up with stuff that's going on in my life. But I want to read you the Epictetus quote from the Daily Stoic yesterday. The title of the day was the beauty of choice, and it was quote, you are not your body and hairstyle, but your capacity for choosing well. If your choices are beautiful, so too will you be. And it went on to talk about vanity and what beauty is, things like that. And it's really interesting because this weekend I had an accident, I guess. It was a long running accident, I guess, is a way to put it. Pip says there's been a few good Stoic days recently. There's been a lot of them. Basically, however many days we are into the year, there's been that many good ones. But over the weekend, I had an accident. I guess it'd be an accident. I'm gonna go back 2 years ago ish. Maybe no, it'd probably be more than that now. Now that I have to think about it, it's probably more than 2 years, but we're going to rewind back to when I was a service tech with the gas pump company. I was working away one day and was trying to break some pipes loose, and a pipe wrench slipped off the pipe and it racked me right in the front of the mouth, like right on my mustache here. It blasted me pretty good. It almost knocked me off my pegs, and I didn't think much of it. I heard a crack. I heard my face swelled up a little bit, but nothing crazy. I didn't even really get a fat lip. It like kind of hit me up above my lip, between my lip and my nose. Skimmed the bottom of my nose, made your eyes water. I was pretty upset, basically, more than anything. Let's fast forward to Saturday morning. I think it was Saturday morning. Got up. Corey was letting the dogs out. I was making my coffee and got everything set in the French press. Hit my timer, and Norman comes back from his walk, and he came over to say hi. He walks down up in front of me. I bend down, and he flips his head up to shake it, and the corner of his head hit the corner of my front tooth and snapped it right off. The whole tooth. There's roots. It's like snapped off at the gum. And immediately I was like, oh my God, like I barely felt it. Like it didn't hurt. It doesn't hurt now. The nerve must be dead. I have to assume that when I hit my face with the wrench, I cracked that tooth significantly. And for the last 2 years, I never went in and got it looked at. It never bothered me. It never hurt. It never ached. For the last 2 or 3 years, it must have just been working itself more, and it popped off in my mouth, and I was like, oh my God, what is that? And I pulled it out and I looked at it, and there was like a fissure across the tooth. And so yeah, there's that. That's my new disguise. That was blending in here. I'm trying to blend in with the locals, I guess. I got a big old missing tooth right here in the front. Couldn't have been a better tooth to lose, and that combined with the big old ant scar marks on my arm, I'm really looking like about a half a meth head here at the time, like with all the scratch marks and the missing tooth. I'm excited about that, but it really is forcing my hand. Good morning, Blakesley Acres. How you doing? It's forcing my hand because I have some other dental issues that I've been avoiding for years and years and years and years. And Hunter says, thank God it doesn't hurt. And that is the thing that I rested on. I sat here on Saturday. I was pissed off. I was like, oh my God, I got a missing tooth. And then I said to Corey, I said, well, at least it doesn't hurt. At least it doesn't hurt. It feels weird. Like, obviously my tongue can push through my teeth. When I eat, it feels weird, but there's no pain there. And it gives me a little time to make a decision, because I have, like I said, I have some other things that need to get fixed. And I might want to just do everything at once. I started looking into some different options to repair this. And if I can buy myself some time and figure it out and find the right person, because that opens up a whole nother can of worms. It really, I don't know. Our insurance is through Corey's work in Minnesota. I'm not sure if it covers here. I'm not sure if I really want to go the insurance route anyway. I might try to find like a cash and carry, or something like that. I might go with getting a bunch replaced. I would really, really love to just get a whole mouth replacement. I've had horrible teeth since I was a kid, all the way through college and all that. It's just been, my mouth has been a nightmare. So if I could hit the reset button, I'm definitely looking into that. Otherwise, getting the one individual replaced, or a partial, or something like that. It's all going to take some time. So I got to get used to it for sure. And yeah, going to the store for the first time, it's not really as noticeable as it could be. It's not as noticeable as it could be on video here, but in person, like when I smile a little bit, when I laugh, when I talk, yeah, it's a big old gap in the middle of my teeth. So definitely have to get it taken care of at some point. But I think I have some time, since I'm avoiding the pain. If it starts hurting, starts bothering me, gets infected, or anything like that, obviously it's got to be an emergency trip to a dentist. But at this point, I can feel the bottom of the tooth. Like, I really feel that wrench might have cracked it straight across, and in the meantime, maybe the nerve kind of died on its own without any pain. I don't know. But yeah, weird. It just crumbled off in my mouth. That was an interesting morning. Interesting way to start your Saturday morning. Pickle B says, I spit out half my back molar in a Hawks game. It was cracked. Peroxide again for the win. Rewilder's nursing a cracked molar. Pickle Pete says, go to Mexico by Tucson. All kinds of dentists at the border. Cash talks. Yeah. And Hunter says, well, at least we know you don't love us. We don't love you for your looks. I never assumed that anybody loved me for my looks. I look at Corey and go, why? Why me? I have started looking into the quad implants. I read a lot about it that morning, real quick after I lost the tooth. Seeing, am I looking at $500,000? Am I looking at $10,000? What am I looking at for, like a replacement of the tooth, all the way up into complete replacement? And it really looks like an interesting procedure for the whole mouth replacement. It's like 3 appointments, like legit 3 appointments. You go in and get a scan, model made, everything, 3D scanning and replication and all that. You go in the next time and they do oral surgery, where they do put the implants in, and it's 4 pieces. They put temporary teeth in. They let them sit for 3 to 6 months while the implants grow into the bone in your jaw. You come back 3 to 6 months later and they install your teeth into the implants. Rewilder Life says, brother-in-law got implants, lost a ton of weight. That sounds like a fantastic plan. I'm guessing that wasn't on purpose, but it is also another it was a signal to me that, hey, if I'm going to go that route, I want to be in good shape. I'm not a big fan of surgery, medical procedures, anything like that. And I think that being in shape and being healthy when that happens makes it easier both to recover and to get through. So this was kind of like a signal flare going up for me that I should probably get my shit together. And Corey and I have both been batting that back and forth for a while since we both feel like we've been totally, totally out of the loop since we moved into the camper, and we're looking to change that. So we got some big changes coming, nutrition wise, activity wise, and just life wise. I think just to make things better for us. I just dropped alcohol like a bad habit for a while here now. I don't even know when I quit because it wasn't about that. And it's not about counting days for me anymore since I went over 10 years at one point without drinking. But yeah, it's been 3 months, 2.5 months. I don't know if it was the first of the year that I quit or somewhere around there, but yeah, I don't know. It's not bothering me one bit. So that always helps. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Rewilder Life says so. Maybe stay a little bit chubby. Maybe that will be the final push to put me at like my optimal cut down weight. We'll be getting the implants at the end, and I'll lose a bunch of weight. It also helps to be super in shape and functioning properly, and you can go a little longer without eating like that. So protein shakes and salads. So that's the tooth. That was fun. That was fun. I got my hair cut. Got my hair cut this weekend too. Rewilder Life says 6-pack. Here I come. Yeah. Yeah. 6-pack. Here's my goal. What is it? I'm 46 now. By 50, I want to be in the best shape of my life and have my first 6-pack ever. Actually, I think I showed some abs at some point in my life. I'd have to look back. I've been a roller coaster of weight my whole life, back and forth, but it is what it is. Let's move on from that. Turn into a Ken doll and head to Miami. Yeah, that's me. That's me. That's me. I'm a Ken doll for sure. Rewilder Life says I've seen people do it. Yeah, I'm not opposed to it. I'm excited. Corey and I got some things in the works that we've been talking about that we're going to try to put into action that that could change everything really in a significant way. So I can't really speak to that stuff quite yet. It'll be a while, but we're working on some things that could do a significant stroke of business for us getting really healthy. And man, if I could shoot for best shape of my life by 50, why not? Why not? Why not? Rewilded Life says nobody's calling nobody too old here. I don't think really ever too old. It just takes a lot longer. It takes a lot more work. And it takes a lot of more effort to stay there once you get there at this age. I have to assume. So it's a lifestyle choice, I guess. And that's just what I have to do is make that choice. Kind of like with the drinking, once it's not a matter of I gotta quit. It's just doing it. It is what it is. Pip says round is a shape. Want to get in shape. Want to get into round shape. I was thinking about though. Rewilder Life says I've seen too many say they're too old. Give up and say they're too old. Yeah, that isn't going to be a thing for me. Isn't going to be that I'm too old. But one of the things when I started messing around with these beglery wristbands, bracelets, or whatever you want to call them, just a fiddle or fidget, was it a fidget toy? Yeah, was to distract myself when I wanted to pick up my phone. been not working the greatest because it irritates the shit out of Corey when I flip the thing around. And I get that. I don't want to irritate my wife. I'd rather be on my phone than irritate my wife, which also irritates her, but it irritates her less than the clacking of the washers and nuts on the thing. But one of the intentions was that distraction and that mental signal to myself, don't pick up the phone, and when I was rolling all this, like processing the fact that this tooth is gone, I kept rubbing my tongue into it and feeling it. And I was like, man, this could really work for that physical cue to not eat the shit, not eat not to make sure I work out, to be that reminder, drink my water, all those things that I need to do to get in shape. I'll just keep reminding myself by flicking my tongue into this big ass hole in my jaw or in my teeth. But then I'm wondering if I'll get used to it and I won't ever want to get it fixed. Probably not. Probably not. I kind of want it fixed already, but I understand I have to go through the motions and really do make the right decision. And that was the conversation Corey and I had. I was like, well, I could go to the dentist and get a single tooth done. I was like, but I have all this other shit I want to get done. And is that throwing money, since it doesn't hurt? Is that throwing money at something that I'm just going to avoid getting the rest of it done? So take my time. That's on the list for this week, is to figure out the course of action on that and see what's going on. And maybe I could throw some barter options at them with some social media. Reach out to a bunch of different places that do different things and say, hey, I'll be your spokesmodel or your before and after guy and do some social media for them. That would be cool. I would be ecstatic if I could exchange time and work for teeth. That would be cool. Pretty Wilder Life says, I mess with the crack in my molar all the time, and it's been 3 years since the dentist messed it up. Yeah, I have a long history with dentists that really screwed my oral health, let's say, and my willingness to go to them. Been a long history with me and dentists, so that's for another day. Next down here on the list is, so I tell you guys, Corey and I watched Survivor on Amazon. We watched Lost on Amazon Prime. Now that Prime has gone up in cost, we really take advantage of that free TV shows and things, and we keep an eye on. We usually take some time in the evening to sit down and watch a show and spend some time together. Which now that the weather is getting better, probably be possibly shifting that outside. Right now, we're watching Lost. One thing that both of us have noticed, and it's kind of puzzling to me and Corey. We've talked about it a couple different times, but I guess Lost is on this what they call freebie or something, like because Amazon doesn't charge you enough for shitty shipping services and crappy movies and crappy TV shows that nobody wants to watch. Now they have to do the option that you can watch a semi-decent show like Lost. What's that been off, like 10 years now at least? You can watch that free with a few commercials in it. And this is why we're just probably going to move away from that shit. But freebie is you watch the show, and usually 3 times in that 45-minute show, so every 15 minutes or so, they do a bank of 2 to 5 commercials. It's never really 5. I think I've seen 5 maybe once or twice, but it's usually 3, maybe 4 commercials. Sometimes you get away with 2. But what's that? Oh, sorry. Thought she was talking to me. So we kind of pay attention to them. We would we would start talking to each other during them, but then we started watching them and trying to guess or keep track of. Hunter says Lost, is that airplane crash on the island? Yeah, it's interesting. It is what it is. It's a TV drama. But anyway, we watched the commercials and we were kind of keeping track of like what the commercials were for. And it was a lot of food, candy, and snacks. It was also a lot of prescription drugs. Weird. We all know this. We all know these prescriptions really hit TV ads hard. But the thing that confuses the shit out of me is who has the diseases. How many people have the diseases that they're targeting in these? Like I remember, and Corey remembers it too, a long time ago when they first started pumping prescription commercials on TV, it was always plaque psoriasis. If you have severe or moderate plaque psoriasis. And I was like, I can't really say that I know anybody that has plaque psoriasis, or at least has told me. Or maybe they're using super fix-it drug, and that's why we don't know. But I'm really wondering how many people are actually taking this drug. Now, it's even worse. I mean, psoriasis is like kind of a popular, and I don't want to say popular. I don't know what the word is. A lot of people have it. Skin condition, and probably with the eating that we have, the nutrition we have in this country, is probably skin diseases are probably on the rise. I get it. But so many hey John Palmer, how's it going? Pickle Pete says not enough people to pay for the ad. They are just paying in advance for influence with the network news. Yeah. Hunter says it sounds super scary. Are you talking about the plaque psoriasis, or are you talking about loss? being on an island in a plane crash? Well, the plaque psoriasis. Pickle Pete says it's not about the sale, it's about the reimbursements. Okay. Well, and that's what I was like, okay, so I get it. Back in the day, plaque psoriasis, you got people sitting around, they're like, I think psoriasis is like burning and itching in the skin. I don't know. I've never had it, as far as I know. But the diseases that they're targeting now on Amazon. What was it, Corey? Ulcerative colitis? The biggest one, yeah, the one that I hear the most because it's sticking in my head is ulcerative colitis. I don't know what it is. It's something with your gut. I know it's something with your gut, which again, skin irritation, gut problems. Like this is not surprising me. And Pickle Pete might have been onto something with this is future. This is like once your guts are all messed up from what you're eating, you're gonna want to take this. Hunter says, oh yeah, I actually know 2 people with that. Okay, I had never heard of it until the commercial said it. And I was like, what is this? But the fact that they're broadcasting it to the public, and there were multiple. This is multiple prescriptions. Ruiler Life says it's so bad but healed by diet. Well, they don't want to heal it by diet. They want to heal it with a twice daily pill. And it the best part about listening to these commercials is fucked gut from sugar. Colitis is from sugar. Okay. Yeah. Weird. So there are other ones. There are other poop transplants. Yeah, this is the one where they do the poop transplant, where they put the other person's poop in you to make your guts better. I don't know. Maybe I'd rather have the pill than the poop transplant. I want to know the person I'm getting the poop from. If I'm getting a poop transplant, I want a familiar donor. And can that be a home procedure? Pickle pieces. Dead guts is real. Don't know how you revive a flora with a pill. Yeah, I don't know either. I don't know either. Rewilder Life says it's one of the cures. It's a fecal transplant. I'd like it's a poop transplant. It's better. And I'm wondering if we can do this. Is this an at-home thing? Can you just line up and end to end? If I'm healthy, I can sell my poop. Nice. I've tried. I actually have. I've actually explored. I've actually explored the option of selling my poop and other bodily things, and I've never found any open trials that I could get it passed through. Um, so yeah, my favorite part of the prescription commercials on Amazon are the side effects. It was basically like um one of them was for what the hell? It was like basically the drug would give you what the drug was supposed to cure. It was like it was for maybe like some sort of skin cancer or some sort of cancer. It was like may cause skin irritation and or skin cancer. And I was like, wait, wasn't that what it was supposed to cure? Like literally they could give it to you to make you worse. All of them have death as as a symptom, and they're rattling it off. And the old everybody's always talked about all the lot lists and lists and lists of side effects, but when they actually start audibly saying them and you listen to them, you're like, plaque psoriasis doesn't sound so bad. Like, oh, you're gonna have bleeding out of your eyes, anal discharge, extreme headaches, and your fingernails are gonna fall out, but you won't have plaque psoriasis anymore. Rewilder Life says, I love the side effect portion. It's the whole thing now. It's like the whole commercial. They got the person like that their IBS has been taken care of, so they're standing there giving a presentation in front of everybody where they'd be scared shitless. they'd be scared they'd be scared to do it before they took this drug, and then for the whole presentation, all the presentation is side effects, and they're just reading them off. Morning, Digger. How's it going? Hope everything is going well and you had a good weekend. So that's been fun watching those commercials. Watching Lost has been interesting. I don't know if anybody watched it when it was on or has watched replays of it. Um, interesting. Some of the characters, like I know it's probably written to irritate the living shit out of everybody. One character or more is going to irritate everybody. I think that is kind of the point. But it was interesting. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, basically a plane crashed, plane broke apart in midair, the front and the back of the plane. So it sounds like Boeing, a prequel to the Boeing situation now. The plane broke in half and the front half landed on the island, and they're surviving on the island. Well, it turns out the back half of the plane ended up on the other side of the island, and shit was going on the island other than this plane crash. And yeah, it's this whole weird story. And yeah, it's too long to explain here. But at one point in the movie, the group of people that they've been following for the first like season finds the people on the other side of the island that were from the same flight, that they didn't know each other and survived. They like saw the tail break off in midair. Uh, Yeah, spoiler alert. Yeah, if you haven't watched Lost, I'm pretty sure you're not on the edge of your seat waiting to see what happens next. This monster that lives in a cave. Yeah. Um, it was the first episode of the second season, dude. Like, how far behind are you? It was on in 2004, I think. And if you've never watched Lost, turn off the show. Oh, the numbers just don't. Anyway, this new chick, do they find a yeti? No, they did find a polar bear on a tropical island, so that was kind of weird. But global warming, I guess. But they meet this girl. It's the girl from Fast and the Furious. What was her name? Anna Lucia, maybe something like that. I don't know. The chick from Fast and the Furious. Uh, Vin Diesel. Is it Vin Diesel's girlfriend? Is that who she plays, Corey? Yeah, I think it's Vin Diesel's girlfriend. I don't know her name. Anyway, so they the cop. Yeah, the cop. The thing was, they didn't say she was a cop. They just showed her. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I recognize her. And then she started talking. And as soon as she started talking, I was like, God, what a bitch. Why is she acting like that? And then I thought about it. And I'm like, so basically how it goes is they show the characters on the island. They show the characters on the island. And then they'll flash back to their lives before they were on the island. Tell you what they're all about. Well, they didn't show this chick, and she's just a super bitch, and she's like controlling everybody, this and that. And I said to him, like, man, that bitch, she was probably a cop in her real life, that or military for sure. But I'm guessing a cop. Like 2 episodes later, they flash back to her. Yep. Not only a cop, but a cop that shot some dude and been shot. Ugh. Yeah. Nailed that one. I only needed to see her for like 20 seconds an episode. I was like, meh. They nailed her character, right? VW busted a polar bear. Must be a vortex. Dude, if you've seen the show, what do you think about the button? Should they keep pushing it or no? If you've never seen the show, you probably have no idea what it was about. And the other thing, if you didn't notice, the first thing I noticed, and this really kind of freaked me out. I don't know why this popped into my head. There's a button. Yeah, there is a button, Hunter. There's a button. The numbers in the show, and I didn't even watch the show, but I recall this big thing about the numbers from the show. I remember in the ads or so. I for some reason that stuck in my head, but as soon as I saw them, I was like, oh yeah. But I don't ever think I recall hearing anything about them. And as soon as I saw them, and then I saw how they played into the show, I was like, they all add up to the same thing. Like, yeah, you gotta watch it. All right. Yeah. Pip says 4-8, 4-8, 15, 16, 23, 42 are the numbers, and they have to enter these numbers every 108 minutes. And immediately when I saw 108, I was like, those numbers add up to 108. I don't know why. Numbers. Fucking numbers. Did you guys hear about new Walmart's new best? Walmart is going to be the champion of Uno. Walmart just played the biggest reverse card in the history of the world. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but Walmart is now charging people to do self-checkout. Okay. Think about that for a second. I want to make sure you heard it and it went into your brain, rattled around for a second, and then almost made you want to throw up. Now, I'm going to say it again. Walmart is charging people to do self-checkout. Now you're going to laugh a little bit because you're done throwing up, because you're actually like, oh my God, they're really going to do it because he said it twice. Reverse card that Walmart pulled. Walmart decided they were going to do self-checkout to reduce labor costs. We've all experienced this. We went into Walmart, we saw the self-checkouts, we saw all the empty checkout lanes with nobody working, and then Walmart realized that they were losing so much revenue in stolen goods that they started reducing the amount of self-checkout lanes. They realized that their stolen revenue was higher than their labor savings on the self-checkout lanes. So somebody at Walmart who really deserves a fucking raise if this works decided that we're going to only allow people using Walmart Plus, which is $12 a month, by the way, $98 a year. Walmart Plus will get you the privilege of skipping the checkout lines and using the self-checkout. Because now you're registered, you're verified, you're paying, you're not going to steal shit, I guess. So now, not only do you not work for Walmart, not only do you not get an employee discount, now you actually have to pay $12 a month to ring yourself out at the store. Now, this is not a problem for me because I've yet to willingly use self-checkout. I've really determined that I'm not in a hurry in my life anymore, anywhere I go, and I will stand in line. I stand in line and I watch the shit show going on in the store usually. It is what it is. I've done it my whole life. This is not like a thing where I got to run out of the store. Whatever, big fucking deal. But now you want me to pay to do it? Yeah, no. Pip says, I think... Pickle B says, no, if you steal shit, it won't matter. They'll just bill you. Next is just walk out, just like Amazon Fresh. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to be able to use the self-checkout until you pay them $12 a month. And I'm guessing that the system that you're talking about where you just walk out and they bill you is going to be the same thing. In order to use it, you're going to have to pay. I'm just guessing. They're going to let people experience how convenient it is. And then they're going to say, well, if you want to continue doing this, you got to pay. That's fine. I'll just wait in line. I don't care. I really don't care. Well, Amazon Prime, yeah. You pay for it. And Walmart's going to do the same thing. Otherwise, they're going to make you wait in line. I'm just saying. The fact that they're doing it already and with just self-checkout. That, when I saw that, I was like, that is absolutely genius. Absolutely genius. Pickle P says, shopping without The Walking Dead being able to get in the store is beautiful. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think I don't mind going to Kroger. Do they keep, like, I didn't like going to Walmart. I will wholly admit that. I mean, I did get some entertainment. Around being in Walmart. I did get some show fodder. I did see some shit for sure. But once I switched going to Kroger, I have no problem doing the shopping every week. Every week for sure. It very, very, very nice store, pleasant employees, super pleasant employees. I actually dealt with a guy that was kind of grumpy for the first time since I've been going to Kroger. And I overheard him talking to a coworker as I was waiting. I was getting some chicken at the deli counter for lunch. And I've dealt with the dude many times, and he's always super happy, super friendly, and for some reason he was kind of grumpy. And I heard him when he was getting my food together. Somebody asked him a question, and he was just like, he was grumpy to me, he was grumpy to them, and they were like, "Hey dude, I understand that it's your first day back from vacation, but you should really cheer up. You should think about the customers." And I went, "Huh, interesting." And so he continued to get my stuff ready, and the scale with the label machine didn't work for him there. And so he had to go over and use another one, and he came back, and the dude had a smile on his face and was like, "Hey, thanks. I appreciate you stopping in." I was like, "Man, I understand that you just got back from vacation." I said, "Yeah, it's all right. You'll get another one soon." He goes, "Yeah, man, I've just been kind of in a bad mood so far today, but it'll get better." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Cool." Literally the first negative, and it wasn't even that bad, first negative attitude I had out of an employee since I've been going to that store. So bravo to them, man. Whatever they're doing is working, and the fact that their other employees lift each other up and notice that they're kind of being shitty to customers is a bonus. Pickle Piece says, "Imagine a store without anyone in it who can get a real credit card, not even allowed in the door." Well, what if I don't want a credit card? Are you gonna base my admittance into the store on the fact that I don't want a credit card? Am I not allowed to come in and pay with fiat US dollars that are a guaranteed repayment of debt? Or do I have to use the credit card system? Imagine the day I don't have to go to the store. That's what I want. Definitely what I want. Let's see what else is on the list. Oh, the snail is dead. Well, I don't know if the snail is dead or if it was a piece of dirt. Pickle P says Amazon Fresh. It's lets you in with a debit if you are Prime credit card or Prime only way in. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. No, I'm good. No worries for me. You go enjoy your epitome of consumerism, forcing the use of the financial structure that they've built that's about ready to collapse. Good morning, Jim. Hey, Jim. Holy shit, it's Jim. You got your clock fixed from daylight savings. Congratulations. Snail. John Palmer says Lost has a lot of 6 degrees separation. Yeah, Lost is pretty fun. Hey, Pickle P says you're not in the middle of bum fights throwing canned soup at each other at the Safeway. Yeah, that doesn't happen at the Safeway here. That may be a result of where you're at, not the fact that you're using Amazon Fresh. Did we think of that? Because I have no problems with bums throwing cans of soup at each other at Kroger or Walmart, as a matter of fact. So maybe it's your circumstances and not everybody else's. Maybe. Satoshi the snail may have been Satoshi the piece of mud in a shell. He hasn't moved for days. He hasn't moved. Not that he hasn't moved his shell. He hasn't moved in the shell. in days. So we kind of called it quits on old Satoshi. But we did make it out to Tim's this weekend, and I found a new friend. You can check it out in the Telegram group at t.me/lots chat. Put a video up of a cool turtle that we found, and it was really, really cool because it was up. It was up on the hill, way away from any water. Like when I found it, I just happened to be climbing up the hill to go mark a tree for a trail that we were clearing. And I looked down and I just happened to see it there in a pile of sticks and mud and, well, not mud. It was just dirt. It had dug in the dirt. It was obviously laying eggs, but way, way the heck up on this hill. I was like, that's cool. That's cool. He was a really cool turtle. I wanted to bring him home, but she, I'm guessing, wanted to bring her home, but she was laying eggs and I didn't want to disturb that. And I didn't have anywhere to really keep her. So I'm on the search for a new pet. I'm on a search for a new pet that is similar to a snail. I want to find a snail or a hermit crab or something. And I thought we did it yesterday. Corey came back and said, I found a crawfish. And I was excited. I posted the pictures of that in the Telegram group. Also, it was a dead crawfish in the ditch here as where we walk the dogs. A really cool blue, and I don't know if he was blue because he was dead, but he was blue and kind of clear shell. It was really cool. I got a couple pictures of that, but I'm not sure where that came from. Have you seen any more of those around, Corey? That was the first one I had seen, and I'm not sure where it came from. We did have some pretty significant rains, and the drainage ditches were flowing pretty hard. I don't know if he just got swept away where he came from, but he was just laying there dead in the grass. So maybe a bird dropped him. I don't know, but it was cool to see. All sorts of new wildlife. Let's see, we're at 57 minutes. What do you guys want to talk about? Let me see. Are they going to kill Kate Middleton? Are the royal family going to kill Kate Middleton? John Palmer says Walmart Plus saves you more than it costs. Is that because there's discounts at the store? I understand they didn't roll out Walmart Plus for the self-checkout thing, but they're going to start including that, having to have that to use self-checkout. So there must be discounts and other benefits to the $12 a month, kind of like Prime used to be. Oh, okay, there's gas savings. So it's just like Kroger Plus. I can't believe the amount of money I save on gas just using that card. It's and I don't even try to optimize it. I know people that optimize the living shit out of the Kroger system. And man, I'm with the truck with a 30-gallon gas tank. If I can time it right and get my full discounts every couple times I fill up, I'll save $18 a tank. I mean, that's not bad. That's not bad. We're getting groceries. Like literally, if I got it at Walmart, got the groceries at Walmart and got gas at Willie's down the road here, I'd save $0. So I enjoy the shopping experience more. I pay $0 for it, and I save a shitload on gas. It's a win-win, I would say. I think we're going to see a Princess Diana Part 2. Or maybe that's been threatened to this young lady and she might just be taken off. I don't know what's going on. Or maybe legit this chick might have had to have surgery and she's staying out of the spotlight. But from all the reports and everything, I don't know much about the royals. Not really my bag. Not really something I pay attention to. I don't pay attention to the shit in our own country, let alone our old country. Hunter says, who's Kate Middleton? Okay, Kate Middleton is next in line to be the Queen of England by marriage. Yeah, married in. So Kate Middleton is the wife of Prince William. Yeah, I don't know. It's William and Harry. Yeah, William must be the older one. That's his wife. She's kind of hot. And she's kind of like Diana part 2. Like she's just he probably married her because she was hot. And he liked her and they had fun together, I'm guessing. But anyway, she's been kind of like going. There was this weird timeline where she all of a sudden had to have a abdominal surgery and canceled some shit to do it, and then she hasn't been seen a whole lot. And in the meantime, the king has announced that he has cancer and probably going to die, which would mean that would mean Kate Middleton's husband is going to end up being king, and I don't think the royals really want her as queen. Just a guess. There's people that know way more about this shit than I do because I just happened to see it in passing and happened to pause on a TikTok that said it. So I've gotten a little more into that algorithm and they show up. But Pip says one of the princes was buddies with Epstein. All of them were. All of them were. So I don't know. They might disappear this chick. Pip says, isn't Kate an American? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think she's American. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Yeah, this doesn't say. This doesn't say. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I guess. But I think they're going to disappear her. Maybe she's just going to go off into the sunset. Maybe they won't have to kill her like Princess Diana. They'll just ask her to leave. But yeah, there's some spooky, weird shit going on with the timelines of what she's got going on. So maybe keep an eye on that. Big old Pete can't let the and Jim, the wise elder of the group, says she was born in the UK. Thanks, Jim. Did you use the Telegraph to send out a message to find out? And one of your buddies sent you a message back quickly. Oh man, Berkshire, England. Mike's homestead with the internet comes through with an actual location. Glad to have you back, Jim. Glad to have you back. All right, guys. Well, I got to carrier pigeon. Oh, Jim got it in by carrier pigeon. Nice. Anyway, guys, I got to wrap it up. We're in 1 hour and 3 here. Old Scrambling's waiting over there in his show, getting ready to roll. I appreciate everybody listening. I'm going to wrap up today. And yeah, I'll have another big old list for tomorrow. I appreciate everybody listening. If you enjoyed the show, it's always free to hit that like, comment, or share, and subscribe. To return value for value, please consider joining one of the YouTube membership tours, listening on any value for value platform like Podverse or Fountain.fm. Hit me with some zaps over on Noster. Help me fix my tooth. Other than that, visit thelotsproject.com. Check out the store there. That can also help me get a new tooth. Yeah. Anyway, check out the store. We got comfrey t-shirts, coffee mugs, all sorts of fun stuff there. Consulting. Oh, yeah. Any of it you can find over at thelotsproject.com. Other than that, it's Monday. Roll through the Monday. Jim says this show didn't seem as long as usual. That's because you showed up late, not as usual. But anyway, enjoy your Monday, everyone. Get that week rolling right, and we will catch up with you tomorrow.
Shining